Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 28th, and this is your video for history. Today you're going to be learning about President Ford, who took over from President Nixon when he resigned from office. And we look forward to, you'll do one page today, 249, easy page to do. And so that is your video today. But one thing you want to be aware of, I remember when all this was going on. I was there when it was happening, and of course the end of Vietnam is also a part of this. Nixon was the one that kind of caused that to happen. But then you start learning about the Vietnamese boat people. And I'll tell you a story about a man whom I know. He works at the post office, and he was from Vietnam. And he and his cousin left on one of these boats. You see a picture there on the right side. I don't know how big his boat was. I think it was probably similar in size from what I understand, but the boat was basically way overfilled. There were way too many people on it, but that's what people were desperate to get out before the communists took over. And then as they were out there to sea, there wasn't enough water, wasn't enough food for everybody, but people were desperate to get away. Several people died on the trip. And then they were rescued, so he said, rescued by a Taiwanese fishing vessel. And he said his cousin was taken, and he'd never seen her since then, that time. They were both about in their late teens, I think, at that time. Unfortunately, likely she was taken and abused and possibly forced into some kind of servitude. Probably not a good servitude either, but he's never heard from her again. He says he is so thankful and so grateful for the United States in allowing him and many others from his country to be able to come in. There are several Vietnamese that we have at at the post office there. I remember when I was in school and the Vietnamese were starting to come in, the Vietnamese boat people, and it was amazing. And these people they didn't realize how blessed they were to be able to come to our country. And I didn't realize how blessed they were because I'd grown up here. That's all I had ever known. But hearing the conditions and understanding the things that they were involved with, as far as their escape and the threat of death, the threat of imprisonment if they were ever caught by the Vietnamese communists, but also the threat of by other nations when they were vulnerable, taking advantage of them. That's something that God is very much against, by the way, and the Bible teaches very clearly the fatherless and the widow. Those were the vulnerable people. We don't take advantage of vulnerable people because God is their protector. If you do, you're going to pay a price for that. I can tell you that much. All right, well, that's what you're going to be reading today. Enjoy. I hope you learn a lot from it. Have a good day. Bye.